What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're doing part 2 of our Assassin's Creed Syndicate playthrough. I appreciate all the support from the last video. I really appreciate it. This is part 2 of the series, so if you haven't watched the first part, it's in my channel. I'll link it probably down below. Probably not. I'll probably forget because I forget everything. But yeah, so if you haven't watched the first video, check it out. We're doing a series of this. I'm gonna be playing more games. It's just that I've never finished Syndicate, so I've just been wanting to finish it for this channel. So if you haven't yet, please leave a like, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe for more videos like this where you can watch me fail horribly at this game. So yeah, let's get right in. Alright, if you saw a cut there, I just cut out like literally a minute and a half of loading screens, which is ridiculous, and I wasn't gonna have you guys sit through that because no, that's just ridiculous. Alright, so we just got to London because we do whatever we want because we're the Fry twins and we're better than everyone. And yeah, we just have, these are like the first 3 missions. Alright, so obviously we're switching to our Queen Evie. Alright, because Jacob is an idiot and I refuse to play as him. I know there's some missions where I have to, but I'm just gonna try like everything I can not to play as him because I genuinely don't like him. Alright, let's see what we gotta do. Probably gonna do this one first just because it's like, well, this one's closer. Yeah, well, let me see. Stronghold. Alright, so yeah, we'll probably just do this one first. Because why not? It's right there. But yeah, for those who like didn't watch the first video, I'm not gonna like re-explain everything, but Syndicate was like, Syndicate? Really? Jesus. I can't talk. I'm like really bad at talking. And yeah, I still make videos. So if I can do it, anyone can. There you go. Some motivation words for the today. But yeah, I never really finished Syndicate. It's like one of those few games that I just like, no matter how much I tried, I couldn't finish it. And it's not like it's even bad. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say this game is like awful. It's decent. I give it like maybe like a 6 or 5 out of 10. But like, I don't know, I just never found myself to finish it. I always got to like sequence 6 or sequence 5 and I never continued beyond it because I just lose interest every time. I don't know. So that's why I'm making this series right now, just because I genuinely just want to finish this series. And I have a lot to say about Syndicate and Quebec, and you know, you guys can hear me rant about the state of Assassin's Creed. So we just gonna jump some kids?
It's nice
Can
to
we
meet
do
you
that?
both at last.
No?
This
Okay.
is Babylon Alley. Here we make it our business to know the streets and provide
Shut up.
children with the opportunity to control their own destinies.
Alright, let me not be mean to children. That's messed up.
Mr. Green said we might be able to help one another.
In exchange for our services, we ask a small favor.
Well, why not?
Where do
You
these
seem
kids
to have
think they
taken
could tell
most
me
of
what
my
to do?
money.
Where is your
May I
mother?
take a small favor too?
There are several factories about the city that are powered almost entirely by child labor.
That's messed
Those
up.
children work long hours with little pay, and most are not permitted even to leave the factory grounds. They suffer terribly. I need you to save them.
A small favor.
In return, we
Well,
offer
it's
you
a job.
intelligence, something
No,
you
just
clearly
joking.
need.
Now, hold on a minute.
I'm late for an appointment. What are these terms?
An appointment?
Accept.
Yo, this girl talking like she grown.
Pleasure doing
Okay.
business with you.
I forgot about her. You do missions with her, right? You have like certain missions with people where you gotta like level their meter up or something. Alright. Really? Look, people will like, guards will threaten you for just doing nothing. Like, come on. Which sucks in this game because of like the whole gang situation. Like right now, I'm just walking and I'm already getting like detected. You have to like buy a skill in the gang upgrades, so that like the gangs don't like constantly attack you for everything. It's annoying. Like I don't get it. We haven't even started a gang yet. Like this is the beginning. All right, here. Stupid Mr. Clean looking dude. All right. I usually go from the top down. Pause. Alright, so we gotta kill. Alright, and there's an entrance. Is he dead? Oh, nah, he good. Alright, you got me scared. They talk about children. I see more adults here than anything. Little kids are liars. You know, like, I like the old Assassin's Creed formula, but let's be honest, it was pretty stale. Like, it was pretty repetitive. And they really haven't changed anything, really. Because they just, like, I don't know, it's just variety. It's like, maybe that's why I never really finished the game, because I feel like this is the most repetitive game out of all of them, with, like, the gang strongholds and, like, the liberation missions, etc., etc. And it's like, I don't know, it's just the same thing over and over again. Like, at least in Unity they had like the horrible Paris stories that I'm not gonna talk about, but the actually pretty good murder mysteries. And I know they changed it up for like the newer games where they have side quests, like actual side quests, like with the whole RPG thing. But let's be honest, most of it is just go here, clear this camp, you know, get out, kill this leader, whatever, etc. So it's like literally just the same thing. It's just more of the same. And that's why like Ubisoft makes really nice looking open worlds, but they fail miserably in filling those open worlds with content. Like they just don't know what content is. They just think it's like, and that's where the whole like the towers came up, because Ubisoft created that. The whole just going to towers, unlocking, you know, a certain area by doing some climbing, and like other games started copying that, but that's not a good system. Like it works for Assassin's Creed, I guess, because of the whole like leap of faith thing, and it's part of the like the assassin stuff. But like in other games, it's just lazy. Like I think Breath of the Wild did it pretty well, because I feel like the towers you climb were actually like challenging and interesting. But in other games, it's just lazy. Like I know Shadow of Mordor did it, and it was just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. What the heck? I'm about to die, bro. I didn't even pay attention to this. Yo, if you hear my dog barking, like, I'm sorry. He does this all the time. And like, we're working in the house right now. We're doing a lot of construction. And if I wait for everyone to finish, I will never make content. So I love you guys. Like, I love making videos, so you guys kind of have to bear with me right now. So I apologize if it like gets annoying, but bear with me. I'm gonna try not to make the next few videos like really long. Probably like 25 minutes each. I'm at like 10 minutes right now. But you know, just because I don't want to make each video like an hour, because although we're in like quarantine right now, you know, I don't think you guys want to sit down and watch for an hour. Unless you do, let me know. If you guys want like hour-long videos, I'm down. Like I don't mind filming for an hour and just like uploading it so you guys could watch it all at once. Or do you guys prefer like smaller section videos where we do like 1 or 2 missions per video and then go from there? Or do you want me to do like long videos where we just tackle like a whole bunch of activities all at once? I don't know. You guys let me know, because I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. Oh my god, he doesn't stop barking. And I'm getting another dog soon, so that's just gonna be a whole nother mess. I really like need like a private office to record and all that, because I just do it in my room with a laptop, and it just doesn't work for me. Just because like I'm Spanish, so we already know. For all my Spanish brothers out there, for all my Puerto Ricans, y'all already know we loud. Like, we don't speak normally. We scream. So a conversation for us sounds like we're arguing. So it's like trying to record and trying to make content is like, it's so difficult in a Hispanic household, just because like we don't stop talking loud until like 11:30 when everyone falls asleep, and probably even later, because we're all nocturnal animals. And I also have a chihuahua who doesn't shut up, so it all fits. So I'm sorry for that. But like, to be honest though, when we look at like Syndicate compared to Odyssey, it's such like, I don't know. You can tell the same team made it, but I feel like at least in Syndicate they tried. Like, I genuinely think that in Syndicate they wanted to make an Assassin's Creed game, and they just like wanted to actually at least try and make something decent. And because it's not a bad game. It's not. Like, people can talk trash, but it's all right. But when you look at something like Odyssey, oh my god. It's like Quebec just didn't even care. And they didn't. They really didn't. That wasn't a game they wanted to make. Like, they wanted to make Gods and Monsters, not Odyssey. All right, let's do this mission and let's see how far we get into this, because I don't want to make this video too long either. That looks nice. Like, I really wish
Well,
all right, let me shut up.
we tried.
Do you guys care if I like talk during cutscenes or not? I don't know. Because I know this game is old, like pretty old, so
What's this?
I don't know if people like are watching my series because they actually want to see the game. It's more of like, if you guys want to see me play the game, like just hear me talk and just like chill out for a bit, rather than making this like a serious playthrough.
Henry Green said that you could help us go unnoticed.
I love you, Evie. That's a running gag through this
This is how
series.
it
We're
will
all
work.
simping over Evie.
I will give you the names of criminal gang members. You will bring them
Give
back
us
to me.
a female-led
Quietly.
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, we'll be as
I
quiet
want
as
an
old
Evie
lady.
game
Very
now.
hairy, strange old lady that looks a lot like a policeman.
Right now. She deserves it. I'm also not paying attention to the story at all, so like, I'm really not. I'm just playing this game just to finish it. Like, really, I just want to finish this game. Alright, so I gotta conquer. See, this is what I mean. Like, they literally conquer London so fast that it's just like insane. Like, what were the other assassins doing? Just sitting down? Like, legit just chilling? Because it's just beyond me to see that a whole brotherhood, like Henry Green and his assassins, can't take over London, but two twins can. Like, such a Mary Sue type thing. Because, like, when we look at Rome and everything like that, there was no brotherhood, right? So that's what Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was about. Building a brotherhood so that they can take over Rome, because Rome didn't have one. And that makes sense, because at the time the Templars were at their most powerful because of the Vatican. So Ezio had to make a brotherhood. He had to form a group and take over it, you know, not just by himself, but with his people. Hey, yo, my bad for that cut. There was just like a lot of noise coming like right near my room, so it was just gonna ruin everything, so I just paused it real quick. So let's just get back into it. Sorry about that, guys. I think the third video, like, I'm gonna record throughout the day, so I know like probably like the next video that I'm gonna record is gonna be a lot better, just because I'm probably gonna record it a little later tonight. So apologize for this episode being completely awful. What am I doing? Oh, I gotta get this dude. Like, I'm not even paying attention. That's the problem. Alright. I got this. Come on, Evie. There you go. That's what we want. Men being abused by women. Because men are all trash.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Meet my blade.
Shut your mouth.
Get your hands off me!
Stop
Alright,
squeezing
let's go.
people of every last penny and we'll talk.
Shut up.
Caleb,
Let's go.
we're of this terrible mistake you've made.
Uh-oh.
You won't have the chance to scream save me.
But what are you
let alone
looking
pay
at, bro?
Kaylock a visit.
Alright, I'm gonna take the long way. Ah, here we see. This is what I wanted to avoid. What are you running for, bro? What is that? There's just too much going on, bro. Alright. Cause like, alright, he's handling that. He's handling that. What are you shooting at me for? Alright, can I knock this person out? Actually, just make it better. Just knock you out. What the hell? Alright, well, that was a fail. That was a... I'm gonna keep that in. I'm gonna keep that. I'm not even gonna try to edit it out. Because I'm not even gonna try to pretend like I'm good at this game. Or at any game. Y'all just gonna see raw, pure footage of me being trash. So, hit a like just because you feel bad. Or dislike, whatever. I don't really care. To save the planet from a solar... Rest in peace, Desmond, my boy. People don't like... I feel like the newer generation of Assassin's Creed players don't understand what modern day was. I feel like they just like... I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel like they just all cared about like the historical stuff, which is fine because that was like the focus of the game. Like, to be honest, we all played it for the historical stuff. But I feel like modern day is not given the explanation that it really deserves and why it's important, because so many characters, like so many people hated Desmond and they were like, oh, like we don't want modern day, let's go back to like just do a purely, you know, historical game without the modern day, because they didn't really understand that. Because the common audience doesn't understand nuances and well-written storytelling. Most people just play video games for fun. You know, they don't want to have this like interweaving stories and all that, which is why games like Fortnite and COD and all that are so popular, because they're focused on gameplay. You know, they're not really focused on like, you know, deep interwoven stories. And that's just what the common audience wants. And we can't really blame Ubisoft at the end of the day for like making modern day what it is, because they're a company and they're a business and it's supply and demand. So most people, to be honest, just they didn't care about modern day. And that's what, and the less people cared about modern day, the less Ubisoft cared about modern day.
Get off me!
And that's just me being honest. Because we can trash talk Ubisoft all we want, but the majority of players who buy Assassin's Creed did not care about modern day. And they didn't really care about like deep interwoven stories. They just wanted it for fun. And that's just the majority. Because there was like a large few, I'm not gonna say it's like a niche group, but it's like a large group of people who do love the classic Assassin's Creed. But we can't really blame Ubisoft as a company, because at the end of the day they have to make money. You know, if they want to keep producing games, they have to make money. And in the world that we live in, money talks. Like it's not about like, it's not about, they don't really truly want to make like a full Assassin's Creed game, like the old Assassin's Creed game, because yeah, the fans will like it, but let's be honest, it won't sell. So then you have the Odysseys, and then you have the Syndicates, and you have that are rated highly. Like I think IGN, which IGN is a joke, but I think they rated Odyssey like and Syndicate like in the 9s, which is stupid. But let's be honest, to the casual audience, they don't play an Assassin's Creed game for like the interwoven story, for like the little nuances, for the question of belief and morality, and like the conflict of order and chaos, and this historical battle between two factions that really intrigue people. And in the science fiction fantasy aspect of it, with like the Animus and like the Isu and all that, like let's be honest, the majority of the common audience don't play Assassin's Creed for that. They play Assassin's Creed because you're an assassin and you get to run around and jump and kill people. And that's what Ubisoft is catering to, and it sucks, but it's understandable. Like I can't sit here and pretend like, oh, Ubisoft needs to go back to making these old school Assassin's Creed games, and you know, I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting them to like make another Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or 2, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a shame because I would really love, you know, Assassin's Creed to find its footing again. And again, it's not like something that, and I know Valhalla's kind of doing it, which is why I'm really hyped, because they're finding a good balance between the two. But there's gonna be things that people aren't gonna like. You can't please everyone. Like, they're bringing back social stuff, and they're genuinely doing this for the fans. Like, Ashraf is doing all this for the fans because he is a fan. He's someone who cares about the brand for what it is, not about the money and not about how the majority of the audiences view it. But he's like a core fan who really cares about the true heart of Assassin's Creed. But at the same time, he's working in a company that wants to make money. So you have the dialogue choices, the gender options, these things that are more so that like it could be more open to audiences, and it makes sense. But you know, we can hate on Ubisoft all they want, but at the end of the day, they're making money. And that's just for anything really. Like, we can hate on it and complain, but they're not gonna change because they're making money. Odyssey made them a crap ton of money. So, you know, sucks, you know, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Did I kill him already?
Very good, sir.
Oh shoot. No, I didn't. I don't think I did. That's good. Okay, why didn't I just assassinate? Like, she didn't even detect me for whatever. Oh, here you are, bro. But yeah, so it's like, as much as I hate the direction that they went with, you know, Odyssey, it made them money. And so, although Valhalla is gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be really good, and I feel like it's gonna fix a lot of mistakes that Odyssey made because it's Ashraf. But they're not the sole team working on Assassin's Creed. And that's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, as long as there's other teams working on the Assassin's Creed brand, it's never gonna be the way us true fans want it to be. Yes, Ashraf will make, you know, Montreal will make those gem of games where it's like every few years they will make a good game. But let's be honest here, like, after Valhalla, most likely probably Quebec or another team will probably handle it and screw it up. And that's just the sad truth of it, because they're a company. Unless Ubisoft, a miracle happens and they just let Ashraf and his team be the sole creators of Assassin's Creed, then I'm not expecting Assassin's Creed to really be fixed anytime soon. Like, you can release a good game, but that doesn't mean the brand as a whole and everything Quebec did will just like be changed. And I feel like that's kind of like what the whole Star Wars thing as well, with like J.J. Abrams and like Rian Johnson and all that. How like by having different directors work on it, you know, because they wanted to release movies like every other year, there's too many hands in the pot, and you lose that coherency of the story. Rather than if you just let J.J. Abrams completely do the trilogy on his own and tell the story he wanted to make, it would have ended up differently. And that's the same with Assassin's Creed. As long as you have constant developers and teams that, you know, have their own ideas, and also Ubisoft telling them what to do, Assassin's Creed is never going to have the coherency that it once had. And that's just, you know, the sad truth. Because, you know, I feel like we're just like, it's good right now because of everything like Ashraf is doing and making the dream team happen again. But it kind of just like, it's a bittersweet type thing, because as much as I'm so excited for this game, I know that the next installment isn't going to be made by his team. And there's a high chance of it being ruined again. And it just sucks because I truly love this like franchise, and I hate how it's been mismanaged. Even though it's Ubisoft like highest title right now. Like this Assassin's Creed is their #1 title that makes them the most money. So, you know, they're always gonna just constantly change things, and they even said it how like they're not even trying to do like multiple games with the same protagonist because apparently gamers don't want that, which is stupid because you've seen games like God of War prove that different. How you can have the same character and evolve the series in different directions. But at the end of the day, they're a company. They're not gamers. Let's be honest. Like the people who run Ubisoft aren't gamers. They're businessmen. So they're not thinking like gamers. They're thinking about money. And that's just a sad reality. Petition to make Ashraf the CEO of Ubisoft. Like, let's make a petition so that Ashraf can be the CEO of Ubisoft. Alright, what else do we gotta do? What else? I think we eliminate all blight. Okay. So let's probably do this, and I'll probably end it with this after doing this one. So we can just go like one by one. And if y'all want me to make like longer videos, just like leave me a comment. You know, just let me know. But yeah, that's just like the sad truth with Assassin's Creed. Because at this point, Ashraf right now is like the only person that truly cares about the fans and not about making money. Like they want to, like Ashraf wants to make a game that has the heart and soul. He's trying really hard to strike a balance with what Ubisoft wants him to do and with what he knows the fans want him to do. And he's doing a decent job. Like, I'm not saying like I think he's the only one that can find that balance. Because he did it perfectly with Origins. But then you have Quebec that looks at the fans and it's like, nah, screw you. We want money. So let's release DLCs and parts that are like poorly made. And let's have a bunch of items and a bunch of like loot boxes and all that. Which Origins introduced, but guess what? It's not Ashraf's fault. It's Ubisoft. I guess like I don't know. Game companies forget that like if you make a good game, you will make money. Like you will make money. Like you don't have to cater to like the majority audience and make something that is gonna divide your core fan base. Like always remember, you know, what made you. And I feel like that's a thing. You know, we have to remember like we can't cater to the majority of people. We have to stay true. You have to stay true to what's like really made people love your brand and love your, you know, your game. Because that's what's good. Those are the people that, you know, are gonna constantly come back and support you and spread the word and speak good about the game and, you know, praise it highly. And that's what's gonna get other audiences interested in this game. Rather than, you know, having an audience that's so divided and then a common, you know, player or a common gamer who's just like trying to research, okay, is this the game I'm gonna buy? Finds like 50 videos all with different opinions. I don't know, that's just me. I feel like if Assassin's Creed Valhalla does well, you're gonna see it, you know, trend. And you're gonna see it like the success of it because already the fan base is behind Ashraf. Just his name alone brings hype. And it brings trust in the fan base. And you already see it, like right now Valhalla is like breaking records. I think their trailer is like the most viewed, and I think this is gonna be like their best-selling game in a long time. But you see that though, like you see the difference versus like Odyssey's, you know, marketing and how people were reacting to it versus Valhalla's. Because, and the same thing with Origins. Like although, let's do this one and we'll finish up. Like Valhalla truly like, it got people hype. And then the trailer was awful. Like the trailer wasn't good. I did a reaction on it if you guys want to check it out in my channel. But you know, after rewatching it, it's a decent trailer. But I think even in the trailer, I said it's like, yo, where's the assassins? This is just a Viking trailer. But you know, Ashraf made it clear he doesn't market the game; he makes it. So he can't control what the marketing team is doing. That's Ubisoft. And obviously Ubisoft is not going to market it as an Assassin's Creed game because they feel like that's not enough to sell the game. I don't know why. As if like this isn't one of the most famous brands in video games. Like they just will not market an Assassin's Creed game as an Assassin's Creed game anymore. It always has to have like something. Like, you know, there's like, right, the whole thing was just Vikings. That's what people are going to get hyped. Oh, it's a Viking game. It's a Viking game. But Ashraf has talked about in multiple interviews, and you could tell he's like annoyed by it. And you could tell like he's not happy about it, because if it was him marketing it, he would market it as an Assassin's Creed game because that's what he cares about. And he says it multiple times. He's like, this is a Viking game, because he has to say it, in the Assassin's Creed world, in the Assassin's Creed universe. He's making it clear. Like you could tell he's a fan.
I'm sure you can put this.
And it's just like, you know, him talking about it, and him even having Darby and, you know, Jesper Kid come back as creative director. You know, he's able to make these decisions and convince Ubisoft. You could tell he's doing this for the fans. He saw, and you could tell he hates Odyssey. Like, he doesn't talk about Odyssey. He talks about Origins because obviously that's the last game he worked on. But when people mention Odyssey, you can like feel the like hatred in his like face. You can see it. Like, he kind of does this thing where he like takes a deep breath and he's like, oh my god, I hate this game. Like, I hate what they did to this brand. And it sucks because he loves this brand. And you can see the hype though. Like, just with Ashraf being a part of it, I think Ubisoft needs to look at this and say like, this is the team that's gonna give you guys money. You know, like this is what you got. Like, this is the team that's gonna give you the best of this brand. You know, like, just let Quebec do whatever they want to do. You know, let and Ubisoft changed a lot. They've changed their whole, you know, style of doing things a lot because they're done with yearly releases. They're trying to take more time, and that's, you know, that's because their finances has gone down. There's a really good video by Luke Stevens, right? That's it. Yeah. And you know, he explains the financials about everything, and he explains how like in their financial meetings they lost so much money last year that they had to make a change. Like, the people who are like funding them kind of like are forcing them to like take a different route because they're not making money. Like, they're not. Their past games have failed. So, you know, check out that video. He really explains it, and he explains everything. He has a really great channel. I'm sure if you are watching me, you've watched him because he's way bigger than me. But I love his videos and his critiques. But he really goes in depth on the whole financial thing and like how Ubisoft had to take a different approach of making games. And I feel like that's what they're doing. And you know what? I'm gonna have the benefit of the doubt and feel like this is Ubisoft taking, you know, the higher ground and changing their ways in a way. And maybe you guys are gonna comment like, nah, they're never gonna change. This is just like, but with everything that they're doing with Valhalla, I feel like they're understanding that right now, like, what the brand needs is not a divided fan base. They want like it's in their best interest to please both fans, to give the fans what they want while also evolving the game into so that new audiences can enjoy it too. And I feel like right now that's what they're doing. With Valhalla, they're giving the fans what we want, with not only the people behind the game, but also like, you know, making this a real like, I can't really speak because we haven't seen enough of it, but from what I've heard, like with everything going on, it's like, you know, with the story where they're going, how they're taking, you know, how they're kind of like their approach, basically how they're approaching this game, how Ashraf is approaching it. It's like old Assassin's Creed and the new style, and that's a good balance. And I feel like this game is going to succeed, which is why you know, as a fan base, if you were thrown off by Odyssey and maybe you're thinking to yourself like, yo, I'm never buying another Assassin's Creed game again. Obviously, you know, wait, you know, see more footage for more footage and all that. But I think we should support this game, like support Valhalla. Like give don't give like, you don't have to really like Ubisoft or like where the brand went, and you can hate Odyssey, but I say give Valhalla a chance. Because if this game is the game that we think it is, we want Ubisoft to know these are the type of games that we want. Because it is a supply and demand. So if we're demanding, or if a lot of people are demanding this style, you know, this, you know, taking care, you know, caring about the lore, caring about, you know, characters, doing all this while also embracing the RPG aspects, and just, I feel like we can send a message to Ubisoft so that they can understand like, yo, these are the type of games we want. Like, we're cool with you guys changing things. Like, obviously, and this is for, you know, I know there's people that don't want the brand to grow and they just want everything to be the same. But let's just be honest. Like, the game, like, you can evolve it. You can turn it into an RPG. I know a lot of people don't like it. But guess what? It's a progression of the series. The series changes. They did the same thing with God of War, you know. It wasn't gonna keep selling if they made another like hack and slash game, you know. They had to evolve it. And that's what, you know, every game does, that they evolve. Everything evolves, everything changes. But I feel like if we let, you know, if we can let them know, like, and actually have a united fan base. And I feel like this is, you know, the more this we support this kind of action, the more we support these decisions where it's like caring about the fans and the new players.
At least we have a
Because
now.
I don't have a problem with like gender choices and like dialogue. It is what it is. You know, I care more about the story. Like give me a good story, give me good characters, respect the lore, and I'm fine with it. Like I'm a type of person that I'm very accepting. Like I understand that as a business you have to evolve and make money. Cause let's be honest, if they kept releasing Assassin's Creed games like Assassin's Creed 2, they would never sell anymore. It just, the nostalgia takes control of the fan base, and we're like, no, that's definitely what we want. It trust me, no one would buy Assassin's Creed if it was the same, and that's just me being honest. And this is coming from a fan.
Kalok is dead. Whitechapel is no
I just think, you
longer in
know,
the hands of the
we should
Blighters.
support Ashraf and his team and really show Ubisoft this is the type of, you know, this is the route we want Assassin's Creed to be taking. But enough about that. Let's actually, you know, focus on like Syndicate, because I just rant a lot. But, you know, keeps things entertaining. That green is atrocious.
Welcome to the room.
What was that? He just like showed up like, are you gonna do something? There's our queen standing in the highest of places where she belongs.
Ah, you bastard. I'd rather throw myself
Whoa,
off the tracks than run
language.
better another
I don't
mile
wanna,
for that doty
you know.
ball bag.
YouTube's
Kalok?
been a weird place lately.
He's left the station.
Well, hello, fancy pants. And who might you
I'm
two
Evie
be?
Fry, and this is my brother.
She didn't even
Jacob
let,
Fry.
that's our
Pleased to
queen
meet
right
you.
there.
I'm Agnes McBean.
Didn't even
A
let you
delight.
finish his sentence.
I thought I was getting a promotion. I suppose I'm out of work now.
Come work for us instead.
I go and bile your heat. You pay better than scraps?
I'm sure we can at least match that.
Then may I present to you Agnes and Bertha, lady and locomotive, at your service. I'll be in the next car.
A hideout on the rails. What an excellent
A
idea.
train hideout? That's kind of
Yes,
stupid.
it all worked out rather well.
Like, I'm sorry, like,
Now,
if
I'd
that's
like to
like
follow
your
up the lead on-
hideout, a train, something that's
Jacob?
literally always out in the
Is this
open.
serious?
I'm not doing anything until
Well,
this
I guess
gets
the whole
fixed.
like hiding in plain sight thing, but I just
I
don't think
believe
that's
I know
smart.
someone who can help with that.
I think that's stupid.
I knew you would, Greenie.
Yo, he ain't playing games. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna do this after. But let's see. Do we have anything else to do? Or are we like done with this? Yeah, okay. So I'll just end it right here, and we'll just pick it up in the next video. So if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, because I'm going to be making this into a series where I'm going to be uploading, you know, hopefully multiple times a day. But if not, on once a day or every other day, depending on the situation, just because my recording setup isn't the best, and I want to, you know, I don't want to make it too annoying for you guys. But if you haven't yet, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.